Welcome to Misery Zone. My name's Kurt Burdick. Like, subscribe, do other things with buttons. Today I'm going to be looking at Ronin Rising, and it's a good Frank Miller book. And I think the printing that they decided to do for the collection is real interesting. They came out with two versions. Sorry for that wobble there. They came out with a manga version of a manga format version, like one of the Takabans, and I really like the way this looks. In some ways, I almost like the art more in this manga version of the book than the collector's edition, which is this really beautiful wide format edition with extra work at the end of the book that shows some of his sketches and stuff that he gave Philip Tan, who drew over the layouts for the majority of the issues. For two of the issues, Frank Miller decided to draw, and I'm not 100% sure why that is, and I think that would be a real interesting thing to find out. Like, was it planned that way? Was there like an artistic reason why the art style changes to his art, or was it just while he was doing the layouts, he wanted to complete the artwork? I think it's the latter, but I don't 100% know why. This is unacceptable. I should be condemned and shamed by this. Look at that. Abuse of the comic form. So anyways, the CGC value of this has already gone down. I think I didn't do that. I think I bought it that way, which, you know, the person, the store I bought it from should be ashamed and should look for forgiveness once they see this video. They should come to me crying, apologizing that they would sell such a product with such disrespect, not only to his clients, me, but to the artist Frank Miller and Philip Tan and whoever else worked on this. This guy, Mr. Henriques, because he did the digital shading on it. Don't know that for a fact. What is that? Maybe he did the lettering. What did Henriques do? Daniel Henriques. Let's look. I really like the graphic design in this one too. So what I was thinking of doing, this is going to be my kind of plan for the next couple videos I shoot, is I am going to read like the first section or the first 10 pages of the comic while and then discuss it. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you can pick up in the video, but this is not a 100% black. It is kind of a navy blue or Payne's gray black. It has a Payne's gray or a bluish tint to it. And I think these lighting effects, these kind of Photoshop-esque lighting effects, look a lot better on this gritty, newsprint than they do in the in the collector's edition. And the certain double spreads work better in the collector's edition for sure. And it is a real treat to see some of his sketches in the back. It's pretty awesome. Like this one, it's unfortunate that you lose some of the the artwork to the crease, but there's no getting around that this format. I like these little chapter heads. I think these look really nice. Before I read, let's take a look at the big book, the Master Book, the Book of Kings. This one, as far as I know, doesn't have a ripped page. Probably should have read this. I don't know. I think it's from Jim Lee. See, actually, I do like the graphic design in this more than this. This is my only real criticism, and it's, criticism with a grain of salt. It's not really that big a deal, but I think the graphic design is better in this. Like, that looks cooler. Yeah. Like, that is way more stylistic and in tone with the story than this. But, again, minor complaint. So let me move this over. So this is the beginning of the Philip Tan. Let me keep this down so it doesn't get the glare. So, okay, all right. So now I'm going to read to you the prelude of Ronin Rising by Frank Miller. So the prelude is just it basically gives a very schizophrenic, like, retelling of what happened in Ronin 1. So let's see. Now, technically, this is a girl. I'm not going to try a girl's voice. Not this time. Okay. I need to work up to that one. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is comic book. This is a comic book, and it's called Ronin Rising by Frank Miller. Always the same dream every time. Always the same every morning. Yeah, she sleeps naked. Okay, Casey, wake up. You're dreaming. It's all right. You're safe. You're home. You're safe. But I'll never be safe. Never again. This is the Aquarius or whatever it's called. Okay. Shall I adjust the music, dear? Something a little more soothing? No, just leave me alone. Beautiful rendering on the lips and the expression, and I love the shading of the nose there with that hatching. And I wonder if what he's using for this hair. Maybe it's a Chinese brush. I have no idea, but it looks beautiful. It could be a digital too, but I have no idea. So, anyways, just leave me alone. Here now, just breathe deep, my darling. I put a little something in the air. You'll sleep. No dreams this time. Not this time. Okay, let me check. Is that in frame? Virgo chuckles. My skin crawls. Casey. Still awake. My goodness. That willpower of yours, I swear. It's positively inhuman. You're wrong. All over the place, lady. I'm human as all hell. Human, yes. But beautiful? In your own way. In your way, nonetheless. Okay, let me try that again. I can read better. But beautiful in your way, nonetheless. And still of use. Some use for a time as a tool. Again, beautiful rendering, beautiful expression. I like his attention to technology detail. Very different than Frank Miller's, but you can see that these are layouts from Frank Miller. Like that is such a Frank Miller composition. It's just beautiful. And then over here, so I'm a tool, huh? What's that make you, sister? Sister? At last you say the word. Your memory serves us both well, sister. My mind was designed to match the patterns of your own. You might call me a repurposed clone of yourself. Without all the sweaty flesh, of course. Let's hear it for sweaty flesh. As a human being, I want to commend the sweatiness and the fleshiness of humanity. Okay. This is very, very fun. Nice, very Frank Miller design, like a composition. Oh, that soft, soft flesh. So easy to penetrate. There now. Wasn't that easy? Another turning of the page. And it is an epic feeling when you turn these pages. It's similar to how it was with the 300 when it first came out, and reading that. It does give this cinematic scope, like you're reading a comic book version of the experience of watching Ben-Hur in the 1950s for the first time, which, surprising enough, I did not do. I did not see it in the 1950s. I was not alive. But anyways, okay. You ask me what I am. That's a good question, sis. And the answer is very simple. I am Virgo. I bring order, logic, order. The world, this entire planet, is in chaos. I am the calm. All that lives, it writhes in agony. I am the balm. The very soul of the things is sick. I am the remedy. I am the remedy. Pretty, I don't know. Virgo sounds like she's, I don't know. I'm not sure I like Virgo. I do love the gray tone and the I guess the screen dot effect. I wonder how they did it. I mean, it's digital, of course. I wonder if they used the true textures or if there's some other filter in Photoshop to create this dot effect. Or maybe they figured out some other way of laying in some type of zipatone effect. It looks really cool, though. Okay, just keep breathing. Love these glowing eyes. Like she's just zombied out. I really love how Philip Tan designs the nose. Like how he skillfully draws them. It's really cool. Okay, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. She'll be fine. Planet Earth is going to be just fine. I'm making it so. Now tell me a story about that boyfriend of yours. Okay, now we go to the first one. I don't want to tell her a damn thing, but she rips what she wants straight out of my brain. She gets it all. The Lord and Master is slain before his very eyes, under his very watch, stripped of all honor, now a cursed man, a fallen man, a nameless man, a shattered thing, a Ronin. He wanders this horrid wastelands, living like a dog, eating rats, sleeping in dung, fighting monsters, Endless monsters, seeking redemption, seeking vengeance, and finding it. Bold Ronin cast off the leaden weight of shame, feeding the monster's devil-forged sword with his own noble blood, skewering them both. It was a suicide, it was an execution, and the blood sword feasted on two souls. Really love how this foot and leg is drawn. Really excellently done. And again, you just see the beautiful design by Frank Miller. Do 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 do. I imagine that's the cinematics music thrill that one would experience if it was a film, maybe. All right, let's see here. Do do. Centuries pass. The sword is found. Its strange energy field is detected. Tests are conducted. And all hell breaks loose. All hell, or the next best thing. Unspeakable evil burst forth. Unspeakable evil. And the hero for the ages, Ronin, my Ronin. Here now, in our time, in our strange new world, in our strange new war. A strange new war begins. That's how you read. Okay. Strange new war begins, and a great city falls, and we triumph, and we triumph, and we, sir, triumph. And I think that's the end of it. Fool that I am, damn fool that I am. So this is roughly a very, again, surreal reenactment of the first book. Very, that Philip Tan's really good with the lighting. It works really well. Everything looks really, really beautiful. Let's go here again. So this was the cover to the first issue, which is a very nice cover. Let's see how it looks over here. So now let's take a look in here and see what it's like reading from the manga version. Definitely pluses and minuses. Again, more simple, but I do like this more. Let's move this page. Boom. So, one thing I wanted to point out, there is this homage to Lone Wolf and Cub, which, the only reason I knew about that story is because of, Frank Miller and his promotion of it and him doing the covers to the first comics printing of Lone Wolf and Cub back in the 80s. And that and Akira were the first real manga that I've read. And it was just very great comic book experience. So this is the Ronin's son. This is what's her name? Fuck, forgot her name. The hero, the chick from the first one. I think she's called Mom in this one. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Let's read it. Okay, let's see. Is that in there? Let me see this. So definitely different, very, very much a different experience. It is interesting to go from to read it in the collector's edition, which is probably, it is the best way to read it because you can just see the art. But there are a lot of, lovely things with the manga version too. Okay, here we go. Barely a breeze whispers across the old bricks of old New York. Barely a breeze. And it's always a hot one. It's always hot. Everywhere. Always. Oh, Casey. Casey's her name. And Mom. Okay, you just never stop, do you? You never stop either, Virgo. You never shut up. Okay. Yeah, it is unfortunate. I kind of wish when they did the single issues that they printed on this paper. From what I remember, it's printed on paper similar to this, which is very glossy, and this is slightly better than that paper because this is really thick. This is nice thick paper. But anyways, let's see. So there's a little kid on the back of Casey. Try not to watch, Billy. The kid's name's Billy, son of the Ronin and Casey. There's nothing we can do for them. Nothing at all. Muffled screams. Gurgled prayers to God. Sickening stench of alcohol and feces. Fed to the air as Virgo boils out the nutrients and sucks the victims dry. Virgo harvests. Virgo feasts. Poof. Huck, 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 huck. Okay, I needed. It's written there. I actually like that lettering, and I agree with it. It's good. Okay, don't cry, Billy. Big boys don't cry. Huff. And you're a big boy now, so don't cry. Don't you cry. And he doesn't. He doesn't. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Really nicely drawn person getting devoured by nanites. This is a nice dog getting devoured. Beautiful composition. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's see. I gotta go to this next page. So that's it in the collector's edition. And that's really iconic image. Really dig it. Okay. Here we go. Still breeze blows in a pollen-filled taste of spring. It almost makes me cry. We've lost so much. Forgive me! Forgive me! Salvation! All our sins damned! We are damned! Well, yeah. They're getting eaten by nanites, so I guess you'd question the reality of God and nature of the universe, if that was the case. Okay. Glug. God. Glock. Oh, so at this point, he's just a little baby. He cannot speak. So, I forgot to mention that. I want to scream at him, Billy, this is not all there is. This is not the way it has always been. This is not the way it has to be. But this is the way things are. Really great illustration of the eye there. And this is your world, and I am not training a gentle spirit. I am training a warrior. Straight ahead now. Be brave. I think he's, 4 years old. Okay. He's just a big old monster. He's just a bad dream. Again, excellent lighting. I kind of think it looks nicer here on this paper than in here. Although that looks really cool too. Yeah. Okay, so mortar crumbles at the rumbling crackle, and a voice like wet gravel. Casey, and the child, who has so very much to offer this troubled world. Ooh, scary. Okay, what does it say? Okay. The alleys. Oh, wait, this is Casey thinking. The alleys, end of the world. Summer, humid, hot. My stomach, a bone-cold ice ball. Once again. Oh, again, that voice. That ghastly voice. You will serve us. Yes. You both will serve us well. Let's see. What is it? What is it? Dum, 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 dum. Study now. Still. Oh, wait. Oh, this is Casey thinking. Look at that. Really cool. Study now. Oh, wait. No. Study now. No. She's saying, study now. Still. Stay still. There's nothing to be afraid of. You're safe. Look at that. That is a beautiful drawing. There's a lot of really, really beautiful drawings in this book. I think they really did a great job on it. And yes, it is pretty surreal and at times hard to understand, but nothing feels like it was happenstance. There was a design to this story, and everything was a clear choice, which, sometimes I don't like some of the choices Frank Miller made in some of his books, but in general, I'm a huge fan of his work, and especially his early work is, you can't describe what a impact has been for me. Like many fans of cartooning and comic books, it's always interesting to see creatives just do what they want to do without restriction, I guess. So let's read. Okay, boom. Woman, I am a benevolent lord who serves me well, lives well, and they live long. But those foolish souls, those paltry souls, those tepid souls, those souls who defy me, they suffer pain beyond all imagining, and for all eternity. Okay. You and your child could be tools of destiny, or its sorry excrement. There is a lot of excrement terminology in this book, which I find kind of interesting. I mean, there's a lot of sentences about bowel movements and stuff. It's kind of rad. Fucking love it. Okay, so this is the manga version, and this is the real version, the collector's edition, the fine wine of comic book collecting. Okay, which will it be, you little whore? Will you help usher in a new and noble age, or be eaten alive by it? Fuck yeah, that's fucking how you do it. Okay. Pack it up, boy. We're going in. Da 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 da, bam bam, boom 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 boom, bam bam bam, bam 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 boom, da da bam bam, bam bam bam, bam, and then there's this epic drawing right there, and where is it? Look at that. And, he is part cybernetics. He's part Virgo or part, Billy. What was his name? The kid, from the first one. He's part robot, part man, all Ronin seed. He's like offspring of Ronin, So he's like superhuman. It is kind of interesting. It seems like Frank Miller is using this trope quite a bit. Like, he's coming back to this character type quite a bit of a kind of almost Jesus-like, archetype. You see it in the Raphael Grandpa collaboration with the Golden Child, The Dark Knight Returns, The Golden Child, which I also really, really enjoyed. And yeah, it's just interesting. And that was one of Superman's offspring with, I think, Wonder Woman. Okay, so I killed him, Mama. So he's advanced. So my point was, before I started rambling and forgetting names, is that of characters of the book I'm reviewing, is that he started off, he was goo goo gaga, and now he's fucking saying full sentences. I killed him, Mama. I killed him dead. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so that was the Philip Tan stuff. Now, let's find some of the Frank Miller. When Frank Miller finally, for whatever, it is interesting. He just goes, you know what? I'm just going to start drawing. This is later on in the book. And for this one, I'm just going to look. We can look at the... Is that it? Let me see if I can find it. Maybe I should have actually had this set up beforehand. Well, whatever. I suck. I'm completely okay with sucking at YouTube. Okay. All right. So, my boy. So this is new Frank Miller. I mean, new, beautiful Frank Miller. And you see, obviously he's focused less on the detail. But there's certain things I like more with him than with Philip Tan. I mean, as masterful as Philip Tan is also. But just the composition and the design of Frank Miller pages always blows me away. Okay, my boy, he's growing up strong. He's talking right into my head. Oh, shoot. There we go. That way he does. And his voice, it's strong. You are not gonna die, Mama. I'm not gonna let you die. We've got too much to do for you to go dying on me. I also like how he uses the word balloons to define the voices. So this is the mom's voice. This is Casey's. This is Billy's. And then Virgo's was, you'll probably see it. Where is Virgo? Virgo. I guess this is Virgo. Did it start off like that? I guess the first voice was that we were seeing was this guy. But in the beginning, the voice was with the outlined. Yeah, okay. Well, interesting. Either way, I like that aspect of using the shape of the narration box to define a internal voice, or in this case, I guess a psychic discussion. So this is something that she's probably hearing inside her head, and she's talking back and forth with Virgo in, for lack of a better word, psychically. So that's kind of interesting. But here, I guess Virgo gets more and more defined. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Let me see. There's one scene I wanted to take a look at. Yeah, let's do this one. I'm gonna read this one because it's the Ronin. Yeah, it's so cool. Let's do this. We exalt you, And I love these heads of Virgo, like stretching around this great drawing of Ronin. I fucking love this drawing. Okay, we exalt you. You are bound for greatness. You will stride the earth, a colossus, indestructible, relentless, ravenous. Oh, hey, let's read up here. Cities will collapse beneath your feet. Nations of humans will scream and burn and perish. And any who deny you, any who betray you, any who defy you, will be devoured and digested and spewed out as detested detritus. Again, talking about the bowel movements. Okay, bold hero, my brave, bold hero. She's coming for you. Casey, she's coming for you. She and the child, the beautiful child. Everything must be ready. Everything must be just so. You must be ready. You must be just so. You must be fully evolved. You will be glorious to behold. Beautiful beyond description. Feel your power, son of man. Feel your power, son of Aquarius. We salute you. We exalt you. Again, I love this drawing here. This is so cool. We exalt you. We inspect you. We probe you. Okay. We inject you. Okay. We fill you. Okay. We inflame you. You quicken. You harden. You swell. Okay. Sorry. That's awesome. Fucking great. Your time is come. We splay ourselves to you. Now and forever, we exalt you. These kind of almost erect Virgos are going in. Okay. This very hour, you will bring this dismal drama to its end, and you will kill that little whore of yours and bring that brat to me in chains. They approach. Papa's coming for us, Mama, but something's wrong. I'm trying, but nobody's there. No, baby. Nobody's there. Your daddy's gone. I love this little guy back here. So, yeah, it's a fucking wild book. So I definitely highly recommend it. I think if you're, really into collecting, definitely get both versions. Another minor nitpick is, and I could again be wrong about this, but these feel like a Photoshop splatter pattern, and I think this would look better if he actually just splattered some ink, since he's obviously a master of it, on some paper, and then incorporated that in the illustration, composited that in the illustration, if he didn't want to do it directly on the pen and ink page. Again, this all could be digital. Either way, it's beautiful. But it's just something that really always throws me out of the book, because you notice the pattern. Like, that pattern is the same as that pattern. So, like, those two splatters are exactly the same. So it is a Photoshop brush. So for something like this, I'd prefer not to see that, but it still looks good. I mean, it's only fucking weirdos like me who are going to be like annoyed with it. And again, it's only slightly annoyed. It's not really that big a deal. Let me show you the the sketches that he gave. And I was really excited about seeing these. Oh, check this out. Look at that. It's so beautiful. That was the cover to issue 5. I guess I can move that. Issue 5 right there. Looks great as a main spread. Look at all that great design and patterns and stuff. I mean, seeing this and this book and Ronin Rising made me really excited for the Sin City Western that Frank Miller is planning on doing. And yeah, I don't know. I think there's going to be some really good stuff from him. And this, you know, this was really, really good stuff. Now, here's his sketches at the end of the book. Look at that. And this is really cool. You can see like his construction drawing, you know, for his layouts. Okay, so let me see if I can find the comparable pages. Let me see here. Oh, this was the one I was... God damn it. This was the one I wanted to read. I won't suffer. I won't make you suffer through my reading again. Look at that. That's rad. That's just fucking rad. It looks fucking rad. It's cool. I think. At least I think. I think it's cool. Okay. Yeah, really cool. Cool stuff. Look at that. Okay. Oh, dropped something. Oh, it's the manga. I ripped another page. Fuck. Okay, but okay, back on focus. So we're looking for this page. Let me move this. Don't need that anymore. Comparable page. Where is it? I found it. I have found it. Okay, so there's this page, and oh man, this might be all fucked. Oh. Okay. So again, I'm trying a new setup. So that's the original. That's what Frank Miller gave Philip Tan. This is what Philip Tan came up with. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. It's this long ass book. Ah, Jesus. My Lord. Trying to do a proper video here. Who knows how fucked up this thing is. But anyways, I think this is really cool. And I think, honestly, I would be into Frank Miller releasing a book. Obviously, it's slightly more completed than this, but with the pencil underdrawings and all the like, I guess, tape and whiteout, whatever, in it. I think that would be really, really cool. I think it'd be a cool look. It'd be a cool comic. I mean, this, interesting. This is really cool. This is a really cool scene. Let's see the Philip Tan one. It is pretty unwieldy because it's very, very, very wide. Girthy comic is, I think, is the description. Yeah, you can quote me on that one. Okay, because it's pushing my camera around so big. Okay, look at that. So that's the Philip Tan drawing, and that was the sketch. Is that right? Am I looking at this correctly? Oh, no. This is the sketch. Yeah. This was the completion of this. So this is what he got, and then this is what he did. Pretty interesting. Okay. So that was that one. Oh, okay. So there he has that, and that is what he did. Interesting. It's really interesting, but I do love seeing these rough drawings by Frank Miller. I think they're really, really cool, and I think like you could really develop a really neat style with just building up from this and leaving in the gray tones of the pencil. But then again, I work in pencil, so I'm predisposed to that aesthetic. So take it as a grain of salt. But I think there could be something really really interesting there. Look at that. That's so cool. I'm a fan of his kind of current style, his kind of crazy schizophrenic inking style. Like I I like this car, I think, more than Philip Tan's car. Like this page feels very, Electra Lives Again to me. Really cool. So I'm gonna have to check the video, and hopefully I, didn't totally fuck up. Which 90% sure I did, but whatever. Who the fuck cares? Look, Ronin. Ronin, some more. Look at that hand is just excellently illustrated. Very difficult expression to do, and very awesome design. Very Lone Wolf and Cub inspired. So definitely recommend this. There's the last image in the book. No spoilers. You still don't know how they get there. And I guess the last thing I can say is this story kind of felt like you're reading an anatomy of an explosion. Like it is, like I said, hard to understand at times, but I would say that it's hard to understand in a good and a compelling way, at least for me. And it feels like what I mean, like it is an anatomy of an explosion. And by that, what I mean is that each page is like a millisecond of an event. And I find that intriguing. At least that's how I interpreted the book. What else can I say? Frank Miller rules. Look at that. And Philip Tan's really good too. Now, who would win in a fight between Frank Miller and Philip Tan? I'm gonna go with Frank Miller. All right. So, oh yeah, let me show you what else I've been working on. Here is a painting I recently completed. There are a couple things I want to change on it, but I think I'm going to leave it be because I don't want to overwork it. It's my first painting I've done in a number of years, a number of decades actually. It's acrylic. And generally I'm not very good with acrylic, but I think this one came out pretty good, and that's going to be available on the next Death of Power Kickstarter that's going to be coming out. And Death of Power is my bootleg comic trying to, I guess, disseminate and destroy and eradicate and defecate on the superhero mythos. And so far, I think I've been doing a pretty good job. So the Kickstarter is going to be February 1st through the 18th. All right, so that's it. Like, subscribe, follow, everything else. I'm on Instagram as Kurt Burdick, and I'm on TikTok as Kurt Burdick. I just opened a Blue Sky. That's also Kurt Burdick. For some reason here on YouTube, I'm Misery Zone. All right. Goodbye.